Hello guys, welcome to this tutorial video. My name is Sel, and in this tutorial I'll be sharing with you everything you need to know about the HSE Performance Monitoring Tool. So this tool has been designed to help users to build a database of their key performance indicators in order to generate a ton of reports which they can use as input for their annual HSE performance report. An exciting feature of this tool is that it is a plug and play template, so all users need to do is to input their data and have the report already automatically generated for them. Now users have the option to add as many KPIs as they want and even create a dashboard, which I'll be showing you in the course of the tutorial. Now before I get into the features and how to use this template, I'd like to emphasize that this tool comes in two versions. We have the manager version right here and we have the officer version right here. Now both templates are the same, or both versions are the same in many respects, except that in the case of the officer version, you build database on a daily basis, and because you build database on a daily basis, you can generate daily reports, weekly reports, monthly reports, quarterly reports, and yearly reports. And there is a daily HS report template that's already been designed where users can simply select from the slicer right here to view their daily HSE activities. Now in the case of the manager version, where you go into the source data, you realize we build database on a monthly basis, and because of that you can only generate monthly, quarterly, and yearly HSE reports. And there is a monthly HSE report template that's been designed for users to use to actually generate their monthly report without having to do anything, because by just using the slicer you have all the reports being generated for you. Now the choice between the two is all up to you. In the case of manager, actually it's for those who have a lot on their hand or a lot on their plates and they want to build their database at the end of the month. In the case of officer version, that is the one that I actually prefer. That is for those who want to keep a close eye on their KPIs. They want to keep themselves busy on a daily basis to be checking on all the lagging and the leading indicators. Now for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll be sticking to the manager version. I'll be showing you all the features. So to start with, the table of contents is right here. We have 46 worksheets within the workbook, and all of them have been hyperlinked for users to be able to navigate within the workbook. There's always a return button that will bring you back to the table of contents to be able to move to the next sheet. For any reason, if you can't use the table of contents, we have you can right click right here to have all the list of sheets showing. You can click on any of the sheets and it will take you straight to the respective sheet. The next is the objectives and target sheet. Now this have already been designed for you. This has already been designed for you and has been grouped according to proactive and then the reactive KPIs. We have a list of objectives right here for the proactive KPIs, and we have all the safety leading indicators that will help to achieve these objectives. There's a target column that users must set beginning of every year, and then there is an actual that's automatically populated from the source data. There is also the reactive KPI, and we have the objective right here, the list of lagging indicators that are supporting that we need to focus on to be able to achieve these objectives, and we have the target that we've set, which is usually 0 for lagging indicators, and then there's the actual that users will be populating automatically as they are building their database. So that is automatically populated, and all these actuals have been conditionally formatted for users to appreciate how they are progressing towards the set target. So by using the timeline right here, users are able to view their performance or their progress towards the target, and as you can see, the ones that we've been able to exceed target are showing green. So that is a conditional formatting that will naturally help users to be able to drive performance. So we also have the source data sheet. This is where users will be working most of the time after they've set their objectives and targets. Users will be working over here in the source data, and that's where they will build their database for as long as they want. And as you can see, the source data have been structured into various sections. You have the sections for the dates, man hours, and all those good stuff. You also have safety lagging indicators which are based on generic KPIs that are applicable to all workplaces. Users have the option to insert KPIs, which I'll be showing you in the course of the tutorial. There is also the leading indicators right here, where users also have option to add on. There is also road traffic indicators for those who have workplace vehicles and they want to monitor their performance in terms of kilometers traveled and also capturing any motor vehicle incident. There is also the environmental indicators right here, where users can actually give updates on the waste that they are generating, how they are segregating them, and some on utilities that are being utilized at the workplace. So this is the source data. You can build database forever. We also have the monthly HSE report template in the case of the manager version that has already been pre-designed according to various categories. So you have the categories for number of workers, Mondays worked, man hours worked, last LTI, TLC, Mondays lost from LTI, man hours from LTI, and all the good stuff. So once you provide the last LTI or TLC, you have the free days, the incident free days being tracked for you. There's also the incident statistics that is based on the lagging indicators that is automatically generated. We also have the HSE statistics, so the HSE, the health and safety leading indicators. Okay, those also populate automatically. We have environmental indicators, those populate automatically, and we have a section right here for incident details as and when you record them, you provide. So this template has already been designed. You don't actually make any changes right here because everything is connected to wherever the source sheets are. So as you build your database, they will be populated automatically. All you need to do is to use a slicer right here. There is also the HSE statistics that automatically populates as you build your database. This will be populating automatically, and you can use a slicer right here to be able to view whichever statistics you want within any given time frame. We also have the trend dashboard, the HS performance trend dashboard that captures the safety lagging indicators and the leading indicators, and you can actually use the timeline to view the report within any given time frame. And if you want to see trend for each specific KPI, you can select from the drop down right here and you see all the trends for the KPI that you've selected. We also have the target dashboard that is connected to the HSE objectives and target sheet. So this target dashboard according to the groups for the various objectives. You have control of work, behavior-based safety, workplace controls, employee competence and awareness, continual improvement, employee engagement, and emergency response. And all the targets that have been set in the HSE objectives and target sheets. As you build your database in the source, you will notice that the progress chart will be automatically updating for you to appreciate how you are progressing towards your targets. We also have the incident dashboard, and over here you see all the individual safety lagging indicators. You can see their monthly reports on the graph right here, and we have a list of all the lagging indicators. As you can see, near miss is the one leading. We have also some additional information that are relevant, like number of workers, man days lost, safe man hours, total incidents, and the incident rate. And the slicer right here will help you to visualize this dashboard within any given time frame. We also have a dashboard on control of work. So all the control of work KPIs that ensure safe operation within organizations, like work permits, job safety analysis, toolbox talks, permit to work audit. You can see the progress chart showing right here according to the target that have been set in the objectives and target sheet. And we have the work permit, the various trends showing for the various KPIs. We also have dashboard on behavior-based safety. So in terms of all the relevant KPIs that ensure that we improve safety behavior and culture at the workplace, using your observation card system or behavior-based safety card, you can input the data in the source data and to automatically generate the participation rate, and if you have any unsafe act that you've recorded, stop the job, disciplinary action, safety awards, management visits, you be reporting on them, and you have all the trends showing. We also have workplace controls monitoring, all the monitoring KPIs that you have within your organization. We have them listed here, the relevant ones like workplace inspection, equipment inspection, safety walkthroughs, random alcohol test, and we have the progress towards the target that have been set in objectives and target sheet. We have the trend of those KPIs, and we have the unsafe conditions that have been identified, which are recorded in the source data corrective action raised and closed, and you can be able to also estimate your corrective action rate. We also have employee training and awareness dashboard. So all the target that you've set and the training that you are conducting as you are recording, you'll be tracking the performance right here. And we have also continual improvement, that has to do with audit targets and the progress towards the targets, the non-conformities that have been identified, those open and closed. We also have employee engagement, as you communicate and engage with your employees through safety meetings and safety bulletins and HSE alerts. You have them showing as you are recording on the source data. We also have emergency response dashboard. So as you set target for emergency response and you carry out those drills, it will be showing the progress towards target, the number that have been carried out so far, and the various months those drills were carried out. So we have all these reports that are populating automatically. We have the man hours, kilometers traveled, lagging indicators, all populating automatically. We have leading indicators, induction, and the individual key performance indicators. You have the trend and their various reports showing, which you can use as input for your annual HSE performance report. So this is a plug and play template, very simple to use. All you need to do is to input your data. You click on refresh all, and all the reports within the workbook automatically updates, and you have the option to add on more KPIs, be able to create a lot of KPIs like this, which makes our job easy as safety professionals. I'm going to show you all the step-by-step process on how to use this tool. Okay, so this is the outline of my tutorial. I'll show you how to use the tool. I'll show you how to create new KPIs. I'll show you how to create a dashboard. I'll also show you how to monitor and report on multiple sites. And finally, I'll show you how to correct any reference errors. So stay tuned and enjoy this tutorial. So to start using the template, we delete all the dummy data in order to get the template ready for our own data. Alright, so the refresh all tab automatically updates the entire workbook. And since we don't have any data now, all the reports within the workbook vanish. To begin building our database, we start from the objectives and target sheet, where we set our targets based on our general scope of work. The lagging indicators will be 0 for all, ideally. For the leading indicators, they will be based on what your scope of work is. The source data sheet is your working area, and that is where you'll be focusing your energy moving forward. Now that we have our workbook refreshed, we can only expect that all our reports will update. Now we're going to create new KPIs, and these are the KPIs we're going to use. So since they are all related to permit to work, we need to create the columns right before the permit to work issued. But before that, we need to unprotect the worksheets to be able to create new columns. We also need to unprotect the workbook structure in order to create new worksheets. Now we want to make sure that all the various types of work permits issued are equal to the total permit to work issued. So we're going to put a summation right there to capture the various types of work permits issued. So usually wherever there is a formula, we make sure that those columns or cells have been logged. So in this case, we're going to lock the entire column to make sure that when we protect the worksheet, this very column is not accessible. That is to prevent accidentally deleting the formula. So now go ahead to provide some dummy data for our new KPIs. Now there are various ways to create our new KPI reports. Rather than using the traditional approach of hitting Ctrl A in the source and then going to insert to create new pivot table on a new sheet, we are going to simply create a copy of any of the reports within the workbook, because those reports themselves are pivot tables and charts. Now that we are done creating our worksheet, click on the pivot table. For the pivot table, an align tab to show. Go to the field list. For the pivot table fields to pop up, go to the data tab on the menu, click on refresh all. The new KPIs will update within the fields. Select the new KPI and repeat this for all the worksheets. Reporting connections helps us to control all the pivot tables with just one slicer, and that is the beauty of the tool, that you're able to control all reports with a single slicer. Now we are going to create a dashboard, and in creating a dashboard we need a worksheet, we need shapes, colors, pivot charts, and a slicer. Now, instead of starting afresh or preparing a background, you can simply copy some of the dashboard elements from a previous dashboard. That saves us a ton of time. Now that we've built our database of multiple sites, when we click on the Refresh All tab, all the sites are going to update on the company slicer. So we can view our reports by just clicking the sites on the company slicer. We can then copy this company slicer and paste it on every sheet in order to view reports according to sites. Alternatively, we can create a specific worksheet for each KPI in order to do a site-by-site comparison. Like now, we are going to create a copy of this worksheet and then do a side-by-side comparison. A hash reference error occurs whenever a reference cell in an Excel formula has been removed. This usually happens whenever we change the titles of the KPIs. And because those titles are connected to the pivot table, the moment you change them, they get removed from the pivot tables, and all the sheets that are connected to those reference cells tend to register reference error. So I'm going to show you how to correct them in this tutorial. Now from the formula bar of the cell with the hash reference error, you can locate the sheet and the reference cell. So some of them are hidden. Usually we need to unhide them, open the pivot table, and then select the new KPI that has changed. And after we are done, we come back to the cell with the hash reference error. We hit the equal sign. We go into the sheet with the reference cell, and then we select that reference cell. Hello guys, welcome to the end of my tutorial. I believe you found this tutorial valuable. If you liked it, kindly hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to support this channel. If there is something that you didn't like, kindly share a comment on how I could improve. Thank you very much for watching.